Okay, Santi and I were trying to figure out what year this book, which I've never seen before, but I got from the library, was written. But we did see it was printed in Germany, and Eric Carle was born in the U.S. His parents went to Germany when he was a child, and then he moved back to U.S. And we looked up. He was born in 1921, and he died in... No, that might not be right. We'll have to check. He died in 2021. He was not born in 1921. I'll have to check when he was born. But he died in 2021. But this is all about Arthur, an absolutely absurd ape by Eric Carle, and it's a fun alphabet book that Santiago and I are going to read. And it's a hardback. One clue that it's a long time ago. It was a hardback book for $5.90. That helps us know it was old. Or is old. New York, New York. Oh, there it is. 1974. Found it hiding from me in plain sight. A. In Atlanta, one autumn day, an absolutely absurd accordion-playing ape named Arthur felt all alone. There's his accordion. It's a musical instrument. In Baltimore, B for Baltimore, Arthur befriended a bashful banjo-playing bear named Ben. Ben was bored beyond belief. There's his banjo. Is there going to be a musical instrument on every page? I don't know about that. I don't think so. In Cincinnati, he came across a cool calico cat selling cotton candy. You hear all the C's, Santi? Cool calico cat selling cotton candy on a corner. The cat was called Cindy. Cindy is a C that sounds like an S. That's tricky, isn't it? D. In Denver, down by a dingy drugstore, he met a dapper dancing Dalmatian dog named Danny. Danny's wearing pants. Funny. In Evansville, that's in Illinois, but probably other states also, by an enormous elm tree, he met an eccentric but exceptionally easygoing elephant named Eddie. With Eddie was an elegant electric eel. Eddie the elephant and the elegant electric eel. F. F for fish. And what kind of bird is that?
Eagle? No.
Well, it looks like it, but I think it's a falcon because an eagle doesn't start with F, right? In Fairbanks, that's Alaska, he found 4 faithful friends, a freaky frog, Fred, a funny fish, Flora, a frisky falcon, Fletcher, and a fresh fox, Faye. They called themselves the 4 Fantastics. The fish, the frog, the fox, and the falcon. In Galveston, he got to meet a grumpy gazelle, Gus. Gus was good in gymnastics and was glad to go with a groovy group. In Houston, those are both Texas cities, Galveston and Houston. In Houston on Halloween, he met haughty Harriet and her henpecked husband, Hector, 2 hungry but happy hippos. What's different about these illustrations than his usual illustrations, Santi?
They're black and white.
Yeah, these are black and white. He's usually so colorful, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
At an inn in Indiana, he met an intelligent ibis named Ivan and an inquisitive iguana, Isabel. Both had an interesting idea. Let's imitate Indians. That's silly. Inquisitive means she asked a lot of questions, or he, I think that was she. In Jacksonville, we know that city. In Jacksonville, he met a jaguar who could juggle. His name was John. A jolly judge had just released John from jail. John the Jaguar in Jacksonville. Which, do you remember the Jacksonville team? It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that's kind of funny. He must have done that on purpose, huh? In Kansas City, that's where Mimi was born, he met a kind kangaroo named Kenneth, who had just knocked over a kettle while kissing his kooky wife, Kate. And there's a silent K ruled right there. Knocked the K doesn't say anything in that word. There's the kettle we knocked over. In Louisville, looks like Louisville, but we say Louisville. He met Leo. We know that name. A lonely lion licking a lollipop. Lana, a lovely llama, and Lisa, a little lady lizard. Lisa, little lady lizard. At midnight, he arrived in Memphis. That's Tennessee. Under the moon, he met a magnificent mouse named Max, who was a magician. He could turn a mole into a marshmallow. Near New York, he met a nutty nightingale. There's the nightingale. Wearing a necktie. His name was Nathan. In Oklahoma, he met an odd octopus named Otto, who was eating oysters with onions. I'd say, ooh. In Philadelphia, there's the PH sound, right? He found a quiet pair playing poker. Peter, a pompous parrot, and Quincy, a quaint-looking quail. They were quietly quarreling over a quarter. Pardon me, said the parrot. I quit, said the quail. Pardon me, said the parrot. I quit, said the quail. In Reno, on a rugged ranch, he met a rich and respectable rhino who couldn't remember his own name. It was Richard. South of Seattle, he met a silly seal, Sally, suffering from the sun. She had a scorched stomach. Scorched, excuse me. These are interesting illustrations, but they're so different, right? In Tucson, which looks like Tucson, he met two troublesome twin toucans. She was Trudy, he Theodore. He played the trumpet, she tennis.
He the adore.
What, honey?
He the adore. Wait,
Theodore.
oh.
Theodore. Mm-hmm.
Theodore.
Theodore, yeah. In I don't know this name, Utica. I think that's New York, but I don't really know the city. He met a unique unicorn named Urus. He was utterly useless unless he was upstairs playing the ukulele. On a vacant lot in Valley Forge, he met a very vain vulture named Victoria, sitting on a vase viewing the valley. That's a good one. In Washington, he met a wonderful walrus with whiskers. William was his name. He was worried about his weight. In Yonkers, he met Mr. X, a zany young yak who played the zither, the xylophone, and a yo-yo all at the same time. Those are crazy words. Zither, xylophone, and yo-yo all at the same time. Yeah. This is a zither, xylophone, yo-yo. Wow. Now Arthur doesn't feel alone anymore. Look at this page of all the animals.
I can't even find Arthur.
Where is Arthur?
Is that him?
What was he? What was Arthur? Remember? Way back at the beginning? He was a ape.
Monkey.
An ape, yeah. This must be him. He's getting his head bitten off by the lion. It looks like. This is a nice page.
Let's see if we can try to find that, like that hawk.
Oh, here.
Was it?
Oh, just a moment. This will say the year. No, it doesn't say the year he was born. It says born in the United States, brought up in Germany. But it does not remind us of the year he was born. But we did remember he died in 2021. Eric Carle. Thanks for joining Mimi and Santi.